Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're jumping right into a truly mind-bending scenario that challenges the very foundation of our daily lives. We're going to explore exactly how gravity holds our planet together, but, not by looking at what it does every day. Instead, we're imagining what would happen if it suddenly just stopped. Imagine a 10-second thought experiment that literally turns the whole world upside down.
Gravity is the invisible force that keeps everything on Earth. But what would happen if it vanished for just 10 seconds? It's an impossible event, sure, but playing it out scientifically reveals just how absolutely crucial this invisible tether really is to our survival. So let's start the clock and see what those 10 seconds of absolute zero gravity would actually look like across the globe. Section 1. A world without gravity. Okay, let's dive into this. The very first thing you need to understand is that no, we wouldn't just shoot straight up into the sky at light speed. Instead, the physical effects of those initial seconds are driven by inertia, which is the tendency of an object to continue moving in its current direction unless acted upon by a force. Because the Earth is constantly spinning and moving through space, everything on it is moving too. Normally, gravity is the force pulling us toward the Earth's center, keeping us grounded. Without it, well, inertia takes over completely. So what does that actually look like around you? Picture this surreal scene. Almost immediately, water droplets falling from a faucet simply stop and begin to gently float in midair. Cars idling at a stoplight suddenly become virtually weightless, their suspension lifting them slightly off the pavement. And you'd feel this strange stomach-dropping sensation as you slowly lose contact with the ground and just gently rise upward. Section 2. Losing our grip. Now, if we look at our homes and offices, there is a tiny bit of reassurance. Earth's atmosphere still surrounds us. We wouldn't instantly fly out into the freezing vacuum of space. The atmosphere is massively heavy and has its own inertia, so it would stick around for a short bit, keeping the stakes grounded in a terrifying yet breathable reality. Basically, you'd still have air, but you wouldn't have any footing whatsoever. Inside buildings, we'd face a sheer physical struggle. Imagine astronaut-like floating, just desperately scrambling to grab onto absolutely anything nailed down, all while unpredictable air movement buffets us around the room. But honestly, the most crucial immediate danger is losing balance and control. Without gravity telling our inner ear which way is down, we'd be entirely disoriented, just thrashing helplessly in the air. And it's not just us floating around. Light objects like laptops and chairs would rise quickly, creating immediate confusion in our living rooms. But massive structures respond differently. A skyscraper or a suspension bridge wouldn't rise as much, but without gravity holding them firmly to their foundations, they'd undergo severe stress. The sudden change would cause our city infrastructure to groan, shift, and literally crack. Section 3. Oceans and atmospheres unleashed. Remember, gravity keeps the oceans firmly attached to Earth. Without it, the cinematic destabilization of our planet's water would be visually staggering. Ocean waves would instantly change shape. Instead of crashing back down, the crests of waves would simply continue moving upward. Massive amounts of water droplets would leave the surface of the oceans and rivers, floating upward into the air. Our planet's serene waterways would instantly become huge, unstable floating hazards. Section 4. The planetary tether. If we zoom all the way out into space, Earth's gravity doesn't just hold our oceans down. It controls the moon's orbit, keeps our satellites in check, and essentially acts as a massive tether in the cosmos. But hey, we're only talking about 10 seconds here. While 10 seconds of missing gravity feels completely apocalyptic on the ground, on a cosmic scale, it's just a blink. 10 seconds is actually far too short to destroy the Earth's orbit, or completely fling the moon away into deep space. They'd drift slightly, sure, but not nearly enough to ruin the celestial mechanics of our solar system forever. Section 5. When gravity returns. 3, 2, 1, bam. The 10 seconds are up, the invisible force switches back on, and wow, the return is brutal. Everything that floated peacefully upward experiences powerful impacts as it all falls back down. Those light, loose objects we talked about earlier suddenly become dangerous falling projectiles. And that water that left the surface of the oceans and rivers, it crashes violently back downward. The landing is far, far more dangerous than the liftoff. Section 6. The science of space-time. Okay, time for a reality check. Could gravity actually take a 10-second coffee break? The short answer is absolutely not. Gravity cannot just switch off. As physicists explain through Einstein's theory of relativity, gravity isn't some magical beam. It's driven by mass. It is literally the warping of space-time caused by massive objects, like planets and black holes. As long as the Earth has mass, it bends space-time around it. To turn off gravity, you'd have to instantaneously delete the mass of the entire planet, which obviously defies the laws of physics. But if we map out a timeline of this hypothetical, it shows exactly why every single second of gravity is vital to our planet's survival. 10 seconds gives us confusion and minor disasters. If it lasted just 1 minute, the danger becomes extreme as the atmosphere begins to rapidly thin and massive structures completely fail. And if it disappeared for hours, complete global catastrophe. The oceans would drift into space, the atmosphere would completely vent, and life as we know it would end.
This brings us to a really powerful realization. Gravity is something we never see, but every second of our lives depends on it. Without it, even for just 10 seconds, our world becomes a completely different place. That quote perfectly summarizes the monumental, invisible force that is constantly working right this very second, holding you to your seat and holding our entire planet together. So that leaves us with a fascinating question to end on. What other impossible science events should we explore next? I mean, if turning off gravity reshapes reality in just 10 seconds, imagine what happens if the Earth stopped spinning, or if the sun went dark for a day. Think about it, keep asking questions, and never stop being curious. Until next time, keep exploring the incredible science that holds our universe together.